Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to Cinema Prescriptions, where we dive deep into a film and prescribe you all that you need to enjoy the film. I'm your host, Mr. Dr. Rice, and today we will be going over Alien Romulus. Alright, so the synopsis for this one is: space colonizers come face to face with the most terrifying life form in the universe while scavenging the deep ends of a derelict space station. So that's kind of like a short synopsis of it. Pretty much what the movie's about is that this girl and her android and a group of friends are going to this space station that was abandoned above their planet, and to get like hypersleep pods so they can make a journey to a planet that's like that requires 9 years of hypersleep before they make it there. So that's how they get on the space station and everything starts to happen. The director of this film is Fede Álvarez. He's known for directing Evil Dead 2013. He also directed Don't Breathe and The Girl in the Spider's Web 2018. So he's becoming one of my more favorite directors because Evil Dead is one of my favorite series, and he was able to direct that one, made it a little more scary versus, the horror comedy type things of what the Evil Dead series is known for. So I always look forward to his movies, and he always does a great job. The budget for this film was $80 million. I mean, that's kind of small for a movie of this stature. I believe because it's not like the main director. So who directed most of the Alien films was Ridley Scott. Sir Ridley Scott, so he's directed most of them, and he's a well-known director, so that's probably why he gets more money to make films like this. But this is a pretty good budget for a film like that. Most of the effects were awesome. You could definitely see like where they went into detail with the art design. It definitely looks like the older films, but with better lighting. This is like a 2024 film, so it's gonna look amazing. The cast, not really a lot of known actors and actresses in this film, but they all did a great job, and they mostly shot on, the space station, so they had to build that set. I know the director wanted to use a lot of practical effects whenever they could, so I feel like $80 million was a decent budget for this film. A good comparison film for this one would be the first Alien movie, Alien, and Aliens, the second movie. The first half felt like the first Alien movie because it was slower, more world building, having the chest buster latch onto somebody's face and setting up for the xenomorph to appear for the first time. And then the second half of the film was more like Aliens, where it's more action-packed. Well, not action. I wouldn't say action-packed. There's more action and more aliens. Versus like the first film, there was only one alien, and that's how the first half of the film felt. What makes the film easy to love? I would say the direction and the art design were like a standout in this film. I like how the film looked. It definitely paid homage to the old films. And also I love the lighting and made it have like a more horror feel to it versus like an action-packed film. It definitely has some smart set pieces, especially like one towards the end where they play with gravity and stuff like that. I don't want to give any spoilers, but also the film expands the lore of the Alien universe without, feeling convoluted or feeling that it's overstuffed or something like that. It incorporates from Prometheus straight to like Aliens 2, and there's some welcome surprises in the film. I don't want to give that away, especially that one cameo. And lastly, the cast was young and fresh. I definitely like their interactions, especially like the interaction between Rain, the main character, and her android Andy. I like how she cares so much about Andy, and I like how his character develops throughout the film. He goes from like the sweet Andy you see at the beginning of the film to a more improved version of himself. What can make it hard to love? I would say that there is a cameo in the film that may feel out of place to some people. I personally didn't feel like it was out of place, but I can see how some people would not like it. And I felt like the technology they used to pull it off was not fully developed. I'll leave that there because I don't want to spoil anything. And lastly, it takes a while for the film to get going. I didn't mind it. It takes a while for the film to get going and for you to actually see a full size xenomorph. So all in all, what makes it easy to love are the direction and art design. The film expands the lore without feeling convoluted, and the cast is fresh and interesting. What can make it hard to love? Some of the cameo may have felt like it was not needed to some people, and it takes a while before you see a xenomorph full grown. So those are just my prescriptions for you. Yeah. See you next time.